everybody, welcome back to my Skyrim Let's Play. This is part B. The second part of yesterday's video. We've just finished up in the Shroud Half Barrow, where we got a dragon shout and some other bits and pieces. Which was quite nice. And now we're going to make our way up the 7,000 steps. Was hoping to find a store, but there is no stores.
Oh, have anything interesting to tell me? The Greybeards are a strange bunch. I heard they live their entire life without uttering a single word. Can you even imagine? I wish I could go with you.
Let's use the tanning rack quickly to see what we can break down. And the answer is not a lot, because I've sorted out my inventory a bit. I've moved some of my items into storage because I was starting to carry too much, and I got over encumbered and slow at the end of the last episode. And we're not having that. This is going to be a trek anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. I'm going to count these steps. I'll probably count them on the way down. There's a lot of them. Knew there was a bear. Wrong spell. Yeah. I don't have flames on. That was bad. Have I got healing? I have got healing. A bit of healing, a bit of restoration. I don't think I have any new spells. I did unlock. I did get what? Oh, fast healing. Wild healing. No, don't want wild healing. These are they used? They're all vampire ones. Mute is an alteration spell. Pale Shadow. Target enemy's tab by its own image for 10 seconds. Deals the same damage but has 1 health. Interesting spell. Could give that a whirl. So, to High Hrothgar we go. The number of times I've made this journey in different playthroughs. Don't worry, goats, I'm not going to kill you. There's a fella up here, though. What are you doing?
Shall
we count the steps?
I like to spend time up here. Walk the steps. Meditate on the emblems. Doesn't hurt when I bag some game along the way.
I think you should probably put some clothes on, though. It's a bit cold to be stood up here.
They're not the sort to take visitors. But I never go that high up the path anyway. Some folk who make the trip leave them food or other essentials, but not to make conversation. I did. Strange days when the monks will do that. I wonder what it means.
I don't know.
Until next
But I
time.
will find out. Okay. Lots of tablets to read. I tell you what, that's not a bad idea, what matey just did then. Have I got torches? I have! Oh, look at that. I can light my way. Of course, if we run into bad guys, I can't use my magic with a torch in my hand. So I'll just have to continue chopping at them with a lump of steel sword. I Hrofgar here.
Put in front of a fire.
Freaking bear again.
No.
Right. Yeah, the torch is not good because it doesn't then automatically put my spell back in my hands when I pull out my weapons.
Haha! I must admit that I'm not bad.
Let's use a bit of fast healing. Right. Keep the flame spell equipped. Because it's night time, and as we've discovered in previous videos, including part 9 of the series, that travelling at night is very, very dangerous. You tend to get more attacks by things at night than you do in the daytime, and especially it seems if you're on the road. If you're on a road,
You are as good as dead. Don't even try that.
got attacked by an ice wraith. Well, Klimek said there was only wolves to be worried about on the way up here. He lied to me. See why he doesn't want to walk the 7,000 million steps. Another thing to pray at. The fledgling spirits of men were strong in old times, unafraid to war with dragons and their voices, but the dragons only shouted them down and broke their hearts. And getting a bit snowy. Getting too dark to see. I Hrofgar, Hofgar, Hofgar, Hofgar. I suppose after I've visited the Greybeards, I ought to go back to town and try and find Matey's sister. Might as well do all the quests while I'm in an area. Minimise the number of times I have to come back to places as the playthrough continues. Usually get attacked by a dragon as I'm making my way up here. And as soon as I say
Why
that...
don't you crawl back into the egg you came from, lizard? You're a dangerous bastard, aren't you? Ha! Now I'm gonna get you.
Guess what? We did no damage to that whatsoever. Do I have anything? I have Vampire Drain. What else do I have? Poor creature?
You made a big mistake.
Wait, get away from it. It's going to bite me.
Come on,
I'm trying to use my Vampiric Drain.
that's the best.
Why do I keep summoning skeevers? They are no use whatsoever in a fight against dragons. Get away from the pointy end.
Come on, dragon. Keep it down. That's the best you
No sign of it. It may be dead now, but where did it come from?
We did it, Vilja.
It's so nice to just talk to you and I was just thinking, would you be interested if I told you a little about myself? You know, the best defense isn't a good armor. It's a good, strong weapon. What's on your mind, friend?
Is there something you want to say?
Would you like that? As I told you before, my parents weren't happy of my plans to go to the Skyrim Bard College. It was not only that they wanted me to be an alchemist, they also wanted me to get married. Ever since I was little, my father and our neighbor, Sigar, have been joking about that I should marry Sigar's son Halvdan. I thought they were just teasing us. Believe me, Halvdan isn't the kind of guy any girl with some sense would want to marry. He's an arrogant, spoiled little brat who thinks that every girl in the village adores him and would love to spend her life spoiling him even further. I never got along with him, especially not after he tried to kiss me and I smacked him, somewhere where it probably hurt quite a lot. Therefore it came as a shock when my father said I couldn't go to the Bard College, as both my family and Halvdan's expected us to marry soon. What I thought was just a joke was seriously meant, and Halvdan, that jerk, said he was looking forward to taming the wildcat. Of course I got furious. Never ever would I want to marry someone I didn't love. My parents of course weren't too happy when I told them this, but eventually they accepted. But Halvdan, that jerk, he wouldn't take no for an answer. He yelled and screamed at me, and when I told him I didn't want to listen any further, he yelled that he would have his revenge, sooner or later. 2 days later, my precious flute, the one my grandmother had given me, was nowhere to be found. Halvdan had had his revenge.
Wow, he sold your flute.
Oh, I actually have a pretty good idea about that, and I'd be happy to tell you all about it, but not right now. We have things to do, haven't we? There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Have you got a minute?
Okay.
I was just thinking, maybe I'm talking too much. I could understand that. Just tell me if you don't want me to be so talkative. I see. Well, I can understand that you need some time for your own thoughts, instead of listening to me all the time.
Let's change it to 10 minutes.
Talk
Right,
later.
we've changed it then. So hopefully now we've got rid of that horrible need to keep talking to it all the time. Who are you?
Funny.
Yes?
People says that it's almost impossible to
Just
kill
a pilgrim. I'd
Still,
prefer to
you
leave
have
it at
managed
that,
to kill
if you don't
3
mind.
of them. That's more than
Walking the
impressive.
steps, meditating on the emblems. I make this trip every few years. I was just outside Iverstead when it happened. It's an exciting moment. Nothing like this has happened in centuries.
Okay.
Then.
We read that tablet. Kine called on Parthenax, who pitied man. Together they taught men to use the voice. Then dragon war raged. Dragon against tongue. Woo! Story's getting good. Can't wait for the next installment. God, imagine what it must have been like years ago writing stuff on lumps of rock and stone. They didn't have paper, so they used stone to write everything on. Reading books must have been hard. They're so heavy. Okay, there's normally a frost troll ahead. Villager. Just heads up warning. Frost troll. Yeah, there he is, look.
Did you? Now I'm gonna get you.
You coming down?
Now I'm gonna.
Oh, why have I still got vampiric vein? I'm doing a bad job of managing my
Get
spells.
you.
This is why I don't... This is honestly one of the reasons why I
Die.
haven't played as a mage type character through Skyrim, because managing your spells is such a
Stupid
chore.
milk drinker. Now I'm gonna get you.
I like the way you steal my kill, you get the last shot.
What can I do for you?
Last shot fucking loot stealer. Last hit fucking merchant. God, remember those when you played games where people would steal the last hit? Man prevailed, shouting Alduin out of the world, proving for all that their voice too was strong, although their sacrifices were manifold. Okay. So, man sacrificed a lot to banish the dragons. You have to do it again now, because they're back. Nope, I've read all these tablets when I get up here and I haven't missed one. As for Matey's steps, I don't know. I'm not convinced there's actually 7,000. Unless you count each individual brick. See, I'm thinking it's more like a pedometer type thing. The 7,000 steps is actually how many steps your character has to take to get to the top of High Hrothgar, not the actual physical number of steps you stand on the way. You know, if you had one of them like little walk gadgets that measured how many footsteps you take, that would probably record about 7,000. With roaring tongues the Sky Children conquer, founding the first empire with sword and voice, whilst the dragons withdrew from this world. Ooh, it's getting good. Can't wait for the sequel. Another one. Oh, they're coming thick and fast now. Obviously the story must have been taken over by Disney, and they're banging out the sequels to try and make some profit. The tongues at Red Mountain went away humbled. Jurgen Windcaller began his 7-year meditation, To understand how strong voices could fail. So they failed. Ooh. And there's another one, look. Yeah, definitely the story's been bought by Disney now at this point. Bit like Star Wars. Episode 8, Jurgen Windcaller chose silence and returned. The 17 disputants could not shout him down. Jurgen the Calm built his home on the throat of the world. Woohoo! Well done, Jurgen. Jurgen the German. I want to apologise for my country's behaviour during the war. There's another pop culture reference if anyone gets that. We've made it to Hrothgar the High. For years all silent, the greybeard spoke one name. Tiber Septim, stripling then, was summoned to Hrothgar. They blessed and named him Dovahkiin. Dovahkiin, Dovahkiin. Dovahkiin. High Hrothgar is discovered. Read the tablet. The voice is worship. Follow the inner path. Speak only in true need. Voice of the sky has been added.
You know what? I counted all the stars, and they weren't 7,000 at all, rather 700. It actually made me feel cheated.
Yeah, I feel cheated too. Cheated too. Cheated too. So these are the... Okay, so what was it? What was it we had? Voice of the sky. Animals won't flee nor attack you for 24 hours. That's a nice little bonus. Right. Need to put Klimek supplies in the old chest here. Let's find those. Under K for Klimek. There we go. That'll do that. And then we'll go visit the Greybeards, the little wizardy fellas on top of the mountain. Let's go, Vilya, and visit the Greybeards. See what they want with us. Why they have summoned us here. Ooh. Look at these fellas.
So, a
You
dragonborn
Dumbledore-looking
appears at
bunch.
this moment in the turning of the age.
You're all Dumbledore-looking mofos.
First, let us see if you truly are dragonborn. Let us taste of your voice.
You want me to shout? Really think that's wise to do in here? To shout?
Do not be afraid. Your shout will not harm us. Dragonborn, it is you.
Sorry, Borry. I
Welcome
didn't mean to shout
High
at you.
Hrothgar. I am Master Arngir. I speak for the Greybeards. Now,
You look like
tell me,
Dumbledore to me.
Dragonborn, why have you come here?
Because you summoned me.
We are the Greybeards, followers of the Way of the Voice. You stand in High Hrothgar, on the slopes of Kinnarith's sacred mountain. Here we commune with the voice of the sky, and strive to achieve balance between our inner and outer selves. We are here to guide you in that pursuit, just as the Greybeards have sought to guide those of the dragon blood that came before you.
Dragonblood. You mean I'm not the only Dragonborn?
You are not the first. There have been many of the dragon blood, since Akatosh first bestowed that gift upon mortal kind. Whether you are the only Dragonborn of this age, that is not ours to know. You are the only one that has been revealed thus far. That is all I can say. We are honored to welcome a Dragonborn to High Hrothgar. We will do our best to teach you how to use your gift in fulfillment of your destiny.
What is my destiny?
That is for you to discover. We can show you the way, but not your destination.
Then I'm ready to
You
learn.
have shown that you are Dragonborn. You have the inborn gift. But do you have the discipline and temperament to follow the path laid out for you? That remains to be seen. Without training, you have already taken the first steps towards projecting your voice into a thum, a shout. Now let us see if you are willing and able to learn. When you shout, you speak in the language of dragons. Thus, your dragon blood gives you an inborn ability to learn words of power. All shouts are made up of 3 words of power. As you master each word, your shout will become progressively stronger. Master Einarth will now teach you Ro, the second word in Unrelenting Force. Ro means balance in the dragon tongue. Combine it with Fus, force, to focus your thumb more sharply. Ro.
Wow. You're like carving stuff on the floor that glows. Interesting.
You learn a new word like a master. You truly do have the gift. But learning a word of power is only the first step. You must unlock its meaning through constant practice in order to use it in a shout. Well, that is how the rest of us learn shouts. As Dragonborn, you can absorb a slain dragon's life force and knowledge directly. As part of your initiation, Master Einarth will allow you to tap into his understanding of Ro.
Whoa! Trippy!
Now, let us see how quickly you can master your new food. Use your unrelenting force shout to strike the targets as they appear.
Ori, you're gonna have to move out of the way. You're in the firing line a bit.
Well done. Again.
Einhalf, you best get back because you're in the room again. Ori keeps taking hits.
You learn quickly. Once more.
Sorry, Bori. Apologies in advance. You know what's happening. You know what's going to happen.
Impressive. Your thumb is precise. You show great promise, Dragonborn. We will perform your next trial in the courtyard. Follow Master Bori.
I don't think he wants me anywhere near him after I've just shouted him multiple times. But if you insist on us going out here, then I guess that's what we do. I'd sooner stay in here though, it's a bit warmer. Although Hogwarts is looking very freaking gloom and doomy. Seriously, Dumbledore, you should get on that. Get a decorator in here and brighten the place up a bit, you know? Some of them animated paintings. Like you had at the proper Hogwarts. You Dumbledore looking.
You will now see how you learn a completely new shout.
A new shout?
Master Bori will teach you Wuld, which means whirlwind. Wuld.
I don't think Bori wants to teach me anything, really, because I keep shouting at him.
You must be tired. Shouldn't you take a break soon?
before you can project it into a thing. Approach Master Bond.
Oh, he's doing that. He's doing that thing again. He's messing with me.
Master Wulfgar will demonstrate Whirlwind Sprint. Then it will be your turn.
Right, so I need to equip a new shout. Fair enough. I've got 2 dragon souls. I could unlock those, but I'm not going to just yet.
Master Boy. Stand next to me. Master Bori will open the gate. Use your whirlwind sprint to pass through before it...
Better get out of the way, Vilya.
Stand next to me and prepare your whirlwind sprint. Master Bori will give the signal.
Wood! Wood!
Done it. I was a bit concerned that Vilja was going to get in the way and stop me from, you know, doing what I needed to do. Hello.
Your quick mastery of a new Thum is astonishing. I'd heard
Good.
the stories of the abilities of Dragonborn, but to see it for myself...
I don't know how I do it. It just happens.
You were given this gift by the gods for a reason. It is up to you to determine how best to use it. You are now ready for your last trial. Retrieve the horn of Jürgen Windcaller, our founder, from his tomb in the ancient fane of Ustengrav. Remain true to the way of the voice, and you will return.
Why? Who was Jürgen Windcaller?
He was a great war leader of the ancient Nords, a master of the voice, or tongue. After the disaster at Red Mountain, where the Nord army was annihilated, he spent many years pondering the meaning of that terrible defeat. He finally came to realize that the gods had punished the Nords for their arrogant and blasphemous misuse of the voice. He was the first to understand that the voice should be used solely for the glory and worship of the gods, not the glory of men. Jürgen Windcaller's mastery of the voice eventually overcame all opposition, and the way of the voice was born.
Okay. So what is the way of the voice?
The voice was a gift of the goddess Kinnereth at the dawn of time. She gave mortals the ability to speak as dragons do. Although this gift has often been misused, the only true use of the voice is for the worship and glory of the gods. True mastery of the voice can only be achieved when your inner spirit is in harmony with your outward actions. In the contemplation of the sky, Kinnereth's domain, and the practice of the voice, we strive to achieve this balance.
But I don't follow your philosophy. Why help me learn the voice?
The Dragonborn is an exception to all the rules. The dragon blood itself is a gift of the gods. If we accept one gift, how can we deny the other? As Dragonborn, you have received the ability to shout directly from Akatosh. We therefore seek to guide you on the proper use of your gift, which transcends the restrictions which bind other mortals.
So, tell me about the Greybeards.
We study the way of the voice, according to the teachings of our founder.
There was me
Jürgen
thinking you
Windcaller.
studied
Very few are
Harry
permitted
Potter
to study
cosplay.
with us here at High Hrothgar. But in your case, Dragonborn, it is a privilege to guide you towards mastery of your voice. The voice was a gift of the goddess Kinnereth at the dawn of time. She gave mortals the ability to speak as dragons do. Although this gift has often been misused, The only true use of the voice is for the worship and glory of the gods. True mastery of the voice can only be achieved when your inner spirit is in harmony with your outward actions. In the contemplation of the sky, Kinnereth's domain, and the practice of the voice, we strive to achieve this balance.
Okay. There are only 4 of you.
5. Our leader, Parthenax, lives alone on the peak of the throat of the world. When your voice can open the path, you will know you are ready to speak to him.
Okay, so when can I meet
As
your
I
leader?
said, you will know you are ready when your voice can open the path to him.
Okay, and why are the shouts in
Dragons
dragon
have always
language?
been able to shout. Language is intrinsic to their very being. There is no difference in the dragon tongue between debating and fighting. Shouting comes as naturally to a dragon as breathing or speaking. In mythic times, when mortal kind was in great need, the goddess Kinnereth granted us the ability to speak as dragons do. For most people, long years of training are required to learn even the simplest shout. But for you, the dragon speech is in your blood, and you learn it almost without effort.
So again, getting back to the point, what does it mean to be dragonborn?
Dragons have the inborn ability to learn and project their voice. Dragons also are able to absorb the power of their slain brethren. A few mortals are born with similar abilities. Whether a gift or a curse has been a matter of debate down through the centuries. What you have already learned in a few days took even the most gifted of us years to achieve. Some believe that Dragonborn are sent into the world by the gods at
So I'm
times
a
of
god.
great need. We will speak more of that later, when you are ready.
So why are the dragons returning? Does it have something to do with me?
No doubt, the appearance of a Dragonborn at this time is not an accident. Your destiny is surely bound up with the return of the dragons. You should focus on honing your voice, and soon your path will be made clear.
Thank you, Master. I will continue my training. That just sounds very sort of, Sith-like, doesn't it? That sounds like Vader talking to Palpatine or Kylo Ren talking to Snoke.
Good. Then you will be ready for whatever lies ahead.
I also like the fact...
Voice within.
I'm tired of this place. Let's go somewhere else.
Yeah. This is a bit bland up here, isn't it? Not really a lot to do up here. Not a lot to achieve. We go back into the house. Back into Hrothgar. Meeting room, look. Is that where they do the sorting? Get the little sorting hat and pick which house Greybeards are in. Who's in Gryffindor? Who's in Slytherin? I joke. Apparently stealing your dragon's tongue is not allowed. Fair enough. Okay, well, we've spoken to the Greybeards. We've got to go and retrieve the horn of Jürgen Windcaller. What is it with everybody wanting to give me horns? You keep giving me horns. The Greybeards now want me to find a horn. I'm gonna have bloody... What am I, some kind of trumpet man? Anyway. Where are we going? Where is the horn of Jürgen Windcaller? Oh, it's right up there, look. Right up there. Who's to grab? We've got, what? Solitude? Morefall? Dawnstar? So really the best thing for us to do is probably to travel back to Whiterun, which is going to take us a trek, and then take the carriage to Mortal, and then we can head over to Ustengrav. Right, so let's start making our way back down the steps, all 700 of them, not 7,000. And I'll call this episode an end here. Thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed the video again. Please, if you have, remember to leave your likes and your comments.
Pretty please.
If you have disliked the video for any reason and feel so inclined as to hit that dislike button, please also take a moment just to leave me a sentence or two telling me why you've disliked the video, because feedback is vital to any creator on YouTube. And I hope you're going to join me for more of these Let's Play episodes as they come at you, most weekdays at 6 PM GMT. So of course, remember to subscribe to my channel if you want to be notified and see more of my content. Goodbye.